live and this idiot keeps going.
I know,
Anyway,
right?
yeah, we're going live. Anyway, hello everybody. It's 360 and we're all here, and I'm not sure if Chris is drinking or what, but of course he's out of control. Anyway, thanks for coming. It's the 25th of January, and I'm going to check out my YouTube channel, make sure it's cool. I'll turn it over to Red. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, thank you so much to be here, everyone. How are you all? It's another fantastic On Passive 360 where you get all of the up-to-date information from us three of what's going on. We've got a few bits and pieces to run over and bring you up to date. Also, Chris is here. So when he's here, obviously anything can happen, which is absolutely fine because, you know, he is Chris Johnson. Hey, man, isn't he? Well, I've got to bring you up to date with a few things. First thing I'm going to say before I go on to anything else is, have you seen the new 10-second video that corporate have brought out about it's raining? Well, cool. They've got the robot fingers moving in and out on the side, and a circle with a train going through with the others. People are going, is it real? Well, there's only one person that can tell it's real, isn't it? And that is probably Dr. Sahar or Ashmi Farah herself. My gut feeling and thinking is that it's computer generated over the top. But man, it doesn't matter if it's real or not real. It is cool. That is stacking the cool immensely. Using that as a visual is certainly going to get everyone's attention. And that's the name of the game, is using these very short bits of information that they are publishing out so that we can use it. We can use this, guys. Okay, we can share it all over the place. And in the future, we'll be able to put our referral links with this as well. And it is certainly going to get people's attention. And that is what it's all about. This is why Media, I don't know if you've been following the On Passive YouTube channel or even the vlogs that they are doing through the other social media platforms. Every day, at least 2 or 3 different bits come out from Media every single day. This is a benefit. Marty mentioned this today on his live. This is the beauty about On Passive. Anything and everything they do is going to have a direct impact for us, the founder, because we are there, and it is only going to benefit us. It's going to benefit the company, obviously. It's going to benefit users coming in, etc. But we will benefit the most. Ash himself has always said it. The people that will benefit the most from On Passive is the founders. Anyway, I've gone on more than I should do, haven't I, Chris? Over to you, my friend.
Yep, but you're fine. I want to do this right off the rip to the birthday so I don't forget. I got him right here. I want to wish Nura Tamana happy birthday. Kyran Kuwait, happy birthday. Barbara Troutman, happy birthday. Shirley York, happy birthday. Rahum Sharma, happy birthday. Gansham Sain, happy birthday. And my brother Ron Podorowski, happy birthday. Listen, I also want to do a huge shout out for every single person that helped with the migration yesterday. The glory is when I woke up this morning after a few hours of sleep, believe it or not, I got Chris. Never made it to your migration, you, Janet, and Marty, or the other show, which was Rob Lynn, Peter, Collins, man, and a lot of other people. But I did watch. One of them said they got the recording. I'm trying to figure out Marty put it. Dad said they watched the recording and they were able to fix many of their things that they had no idea was going on. So thanks to you guys, to the people that came on to the show and let us know what was happening and allowed us to help them. I really appreciate you guys for doing that. And Marty had a list of people this morning on his live. Go watch it. And all the people that helped us. I'm not going to name all your names, but know this. I know who you are, and I appreciate you. But everyone is a big thanks. Marty, I think you're ready now. Give me a thumbs up, and I'll send it back to you. You ready or no?
Yeah.
Okay, it's all yours, buddy.
It's quiet here now, believe it or not. It could change at any second, but right now it's quiet. Yeah, thank you, everybody that was involved last night. There's a lot of people involved, people behind the scenes. There was another whole webinar going, but it was very good. And I gave a shout out to everybody that I could even think of. And I'm sure there was more involved, but that's the last shebang of doing that. Now we have a list of some items that the company need to look at. But other than that, it went really, really well. I have the recording, so if anybody saw it, I'm surprised because I didn't post it yet, but it'll be posted after the show. I'll put it in the back office so you can look at it and see what we did, what happened. If you follow along, most of the stuff that's there, if you're having an issue, it's covered on that video. So go do it. It's simple. A lot of stuff we find out, a lot of people migrated and when they go back, they figure they're not migrated and they have to do it again. Not a big deal. It takes 3 minutes max. So anyway, check it out after I get it posted back there. And like Red said, they have that new video of the train station, and it's not live. I mean, they made it happen. It was generated, but man, what a great job. You can see the fingers going together, cars going by. It looks like it's happening live, but obviously it's not because we saw it put up, but very good job. In fact, I took it and made a video out of it. Beautiful. Absolutely. But that's the talent we have. We have loads of people that can do stuff like that right away. This morning Red talked about people and, stuff you can do. And a lot of people are limited and the limit is and I think if everybody would try to, especially with Unpassive, if you can't max out what you are passionate about or what you love doing, stop looking at Unpassive as an individual product. It's not that. It's much more than that. There's a platform there that you can do anything you want, absolutely anything. I had brought up after listening to Red, because you spark each other's thinking of what's going on. And if you can, this helped with me and also helped with Red. And Chris, team up with somebody. Find somebody that enhances that you're all both going in the same direction, or three of you, whatever, and find somebody that maybe is better at something than you are, and somebody else. Just don't hold so much pride that you can't admit that somebody's better. Build a team, and you can have a lot of fun building a really, really good sized business with Unpassive. I absolutely believe that. Now, like I had said, when I met Mike and Dan, yeah, I can free talk, right? Just on the fly. But if you want to get detailed and have it in a 5 minute, that's not me. But you give the information to Mike Ellis and give him 24 hours, he could take all that, put it on 5 minutes, nice, neat, cut, dry, boom. Same with Red. I'm not a good writer. I can't write. I can explain much better than I can write it on paper. Dan Street, if I told him and you read it, it's a story that you would say, oh, I get it, right? So you find people that you can work with to enhance what you both have the same passion, whatever it is. Because I hear so many people, Red said this to me 4 years ago, I'll never forget it. I don't know where we were at, but he said, you're going to get those people say, well, that's good for you, or you're lucky, and that's you. That's not true. Listen, the luckiest people in the world work the hardest. It might be luck, but it doesn't come like just smack you in the face. You got to work at it. I mean, I got online and did, when we first started doing Zooms for the company, I sat with Red and Susie and whatever. And when they said, what do we do? I said, just wing it. And everybody picked their part. They picked what they felt good doing. Red went to QA. We all know it. Susie was tap dancer. She could talk. She could keep people motivated, keep people in line and check. And it worked. It absolutely worked. You don't tell people what to do. They'll flow into the pattern that they're good at. Chris is not a marketer, but he can market because people trust him. If he says something, people are going to listen. They say, well, he has no hidden agenda. Let me hear what he has to say. You can't hide that. I said that before on my live. You can't buy it in college. You can't work to get it. People either trust you or they don't. And you know, by when you're talking, if every day you talk, you have less people than you did the day before, there's a good chance that you need to look in the mirror and find out, what are you saying? Or do you believe what you're saying? See, I don't care if people know what you know at your level, whoever you are. I'm not talking about me, Red, and Chris, but they know if you believe what you're saying. You can fake it. Yeah, I remember the first time in MLM, fake it till you make it. Well, I hated that. I didn't get it because I couldn't do it. Because I fake it. Fake what? I mean, you got to either believe it or you don't. Now, like Red said in his live, 1,000 businesses or 1,000 so-called opportunities, I don't want to call them business, they weren't a business, I would work very hard at. But it was never 100% of my heart. It was more mechanical. I'm going to do this. I know how to drive traffic. We learned how to do it. We built a system. But in here, there was always that little bit of doubt. Look, we don't have a product. What the frick are we pushing? How long can this last? Boom, it dies. The difference is you spent 2 or 3 months building a brand around something that either the owners or the company, they didn't give a crap anyway. If they can go 6 months and bring in a few $1 million, they move on to the next thing. And the aftermath or the casualties of war are the people left behind. And of course, anybody that is a influencer, even a small influencer, like the #1 marketer or a high marketer, they get blamed. Not the guy that owns the business, because he's hiding. You never see that guy. And on passive, it's totally different. Everybody sees Ashby Farah. He's everywhere. He's been out in the open from the beginning, always. We're very fortunate. If you don't see that by now, after the last 6 months, something's wrong. Something's dead wrong, and it's clear as you can get. So take it to the fullest. The chapter is changing. Start looking ahead. If you don't want to do anything and you just want to sit back and let it go on its own, you have that choice. But why not enjoy it if you can? Anyway, that's pretty much all I have right now. I'll turn it over to Red.
Thanks very much. I've actually got something to say, but I just want to go back to what Marty was talking about just there about faking it till you make it. Now, me and Marty this is how we got to know each other, was in a different opportunity prior to this. And he was a bit of a guru type of guy who was teaching us how to be network marketers. So we used to go to the, I think, workshops, he used to call them. And there wasn't a lot of us. There was only like 30 or 40, and they were a select group of people. And this select group of people were paying $100 a month to be coached by this guy of how to be marketers, network marketers. And part of what he was teaching was obviously setting up YouTubes, doing Facebook Lives, and also video content. Now, he and his sidekick, they were trying to mold everybody into what they perceived to be a successful network marketer. They were throwing everybody down this same route, regardless of looking at individuals and saying, what is your talent? What have you got about you? What is that thing that you have got? And let's bring that out of you and use that as your magnet of what you are going to attract other people to. Instead of doing that, they were banging on all the time of, this is what you got to be doing. This is what you got to do. This is how you do it. This is what you got to do. I've been successful doing this. I've earned 7 figures, all the blah, blah, blahs you can think of, they were doing it. So obviously part of this training is we all did videos. I absolutely sucked at it. Why? Because it wasn't me. It wasn't Redfern, as you see this guy now. It was like, hi, this is what I want to introduce you to kind of guy. Do you know what I mean? And nobody would have looked at me. And in fact, they didn't, because they were thinking, who's this jackass? That's not real. It's not coming from the heart. And Peter Rogers had just said as well, he was there, he was with us as well. So he knows exactly where we were going with this. And the irony is, guys, and I mean this, I'm not going to say the guy's name, but Marty does know this as well. The irony is, this guy is still kicking around. I know his YouTube channel. Me, Marty, and Chris, we wiped the board with him with subscribers. We wiped the board with him with viewers and lives and how we do it. Why? Because we are natural, warts and all people. The people who resonate with me, my birds of the feather, my clan, they like me for me. They like Chris for being Chris. They like Marty for being like Marty. And every other single person within On Passive who do lives, they resonate to that person because of the connection of the real person. And that's what it's all about, doing videos. I know I was on about it today with confidence and all the rest of it, but being yourself is the best advice I can give anybody when they are doing a video. Obviously, the content is important. Don't get me wrong. You have to have content, but how you present it, how you are in front of the camera is all down to your personality. And really, at the end of the day, that is what people migrate to you for, is you, nothing else. Anyway, let's go back to what I was saying. Go and look at onpassive.com. We have a new website, guys. Okay, if you haven't noticed already, it came up later on this afternoon. And the theme for it is to celebrate tomorrow, I believe, which is India Independence Day. So it has a really nice white, orange and green feel to it to give thanks and celebrate India on Passive. India on Passive? No, just India Independence Day. Again, if you remember back to the webinar on Saturday, Mohammed Nassal said that this is the feel and theme now of what this website's going to be. And if you take a look at it, you will see again that that theme, as far as the layouts is concerned, has been carried through as far as this website. I love it. When you scroll through, images pop up, they slide, they move, they come on in. It's all very swish and smooth on the eye. When people are looking at this website, guys, they're going to go, yeah, this is quality, you know, and that's really what we have here, a quality product. It gives the first impression, and first impressions really do count. This is a great first impression that you guys will be using in the future alongside your referral links. What I was going to talk to you quickly about was, I mentioned on my live today about confidence, and Marty's expanded that as well, as same as I have. There's another word I want you to use within that confidence mold, and that is consistency. Okay, why am I using that word? Because people like to see people who are there when they say they're going to be, through the thick, through the thin. Okay, consistency is key. In fact, in most things, consistency is key. In whatever businesses you are, if you say you're opening at 5, you open at 5. If you say you're closing at 10, you close at 10. You can't just think, there's no one here, I'll close, because you never know. The same goes with when you are doing your lives or your videos or whatever your thing is. Okay, be consistent with your thing. Look at Lynn and Ron. Every night, 12 o'clock, rain or shine, they're doing their thing. Look at us lot here, me and Marty, every day, lives. We're two, I don't know how many years we're in now, but it's well over 2 years. And we, unless there's some major thing going on, we are there, you know, doing our lives. I mean, look at me when I was away on holiday. I was doing my lives because I know the importance of consistency. People get used. me and Marty are people's tea break. We're their cup of tea. We're their comfort blanket, the feel-good factor, that bring them up to date. I know most of you guys are waking up in the morning, you get your coffee, stick the computer on, and you listen to me, Marty, and Chris for an hour to get your day going. But it's the consistency of that, and we become part of your daily routine. This is what makes success online, is when you get into that mold where people get used to seeing you in a certain time frame or manner and all the rest of it. What you're actually saying, quite frankly, doesn't become immaterial, but it's the consistency of what you are doing that is more important than the words you are using a lot of the time. Anyway, I've gone on. Chris, over to you.
Very good, Red. You know what? You guys just crack me up because I know you guys well. And some of the things you see, if I'm laughing, Red says something that we were joking about earlier. But let me tell you, in Michigan right now, it's snowing. Redfern's, Marty DeGarmo, and Chris Johnson's, the three Bs. Marty DeGarmo, the bold, Chris Johnson, the beautiful, and Redfern, the bald. And boy, all that's piling up out there. Just to let you know what Michigan weather. I have a correction, not a correction, and actually two big announcements straight from the big guy's mouth. Ash said it's called India's Republic Day for that one. And that's why the theme is Indian on the website. So India's Republic Day. That's announcement number one. You're going to love this one. Tomorrow, Thursday, it's Marty DeGarmo's birthday. Boy, is he going to kill me for that one. Look at him. So I would suggest you not to bother Marty with happy birthdays because he's a busy man. So I suggest you start today and start wishing him happy birthday. It'll free him up sometime tomorrow. Look, he's going to be mad at me. All right, let's get down to minutes. You know me. Listen, Red is the guy that tells the story. Marty's the one that tells what's going to happen. Chris Johnson's the one to keep you motivated and laughing. All right. But this story I'm about to tell you is not a laughter story. It's a true story. And I think we've touched on it, but I want to touch on it again. Noah's Ark. Noah's Ark took 120 years to build. In the middle of the woods, no water to be seen. Nobody believed him. They all thought he was a drunken idiot. They laughed at him. They cursed him. They threw things at him. All right. Now, I don't ever compare and passive with the Bible or God, even though I know it's a lot about that. But let me show you a little bit of comparison. Noah's Ark was built by a man out of the blue. No one knew, no one understood, to help restart something, the world, to get rid of all the bad and all the evil in it. That's why it was built. 120 years it took. It wasn't built in a day. Now, I kind of thought about on passive, 4.5 years, the Mafaras and the tech team and everyone else built this company in 4.5 years. Kind of the same way, because Ash seen the corruption. He's seen the garbage out there and he wanted to get rid of it. What better way than to build an ark of unpassive, all right, where anyone is allowed 4.5 years, 120 years. You know, I took 4.5 years. Think about it. Ash Mafar has built an ark for all of us, not just us, but for anyone that wanted to get on it, anyone that heard about it. Hey, here's your opportunity. Get on there. It's going to be a life-changing thing. Noah's Ark was a life-changing thing. All right. It got rid of a lot of bad. It created 4 or 5 individuals, which started the world all over again. It's a pretty amazing story. If you look at it passive, that's really what Ash wants to do. He just wants to get rid of all the yuck out there, all the caca, all the crap, whatever you want to call it, and start over again. Yeah, everyone. Oh, it's. If you look at it and you say it's too hard to believe, why is it so hard to believe? Why is it that it's so hard for people to believe? Well, I can tell you why. Because in 20 years, people tried stealing everything you have. This is not one of those things. This is the ark, guys. This is the ark that's going to bring us all to a new land, a new frontier, something different no one's ever seen. No one back then was building arks in the middle of a forest. It was only one guy. All right. Ash Mafar built this ark for us. We are 1,400,000 of us got on this ark. All right. We know why it was built. We know what for it's built. We also know the motors that drive this ark. That's our products, our services, our solutions. This is Ash's Ark of Solutions. We have something for everyone. I thought about it in bed the other night while I couldn't sleep again. Because, man, if you really look at what a passive's doing, it does have a solution for everyone. It helps, it builds, it rises you up. Show me another company that does that, any of those three. Okay. You are on the best ark in the world. Okay. And like I said, I'm not comparing this to a Bible story. I'm telling you, this is a story, a real one that's happening right now. Now get this. In Noah's Ark, what happened? Eventually that boat landed on some land, the water all drained down. All right. No one's really heard of that ark. They discovered it again. But see, this boat is floating along and it keeps picking up people. The greatest thing is when the ark of Ashbapharas and Passive opens the door, it's going to be people come on in. We're still taking people, resellers, customers. Man, get on the greatest ark in the world. It's called on Passive. It's going to do great things. You don't need a little bird to fly off and find the land because Ashbapharas already got all that charted out. Every country, we're global guys. And I'm going to tell you one more quick thing. Since Red and Marty kept talking, I'm going to talk a little bit more. Okay. I get my ideas and my thoughts in my head by talking to people. Last night I was talking to Robin Noble. You all know Robin Noble, the voice. Very good friend of mine. We're talking about things. We strategize. We do all kind of crazy things. And she says, Chris, we're giving each other ideas, things. Why we're doing, why he's building up to buy like this. And I'm thinking, I kind of do, but talk to me a little bit more. We start talking about the Beatles. Bands that were over, in Redland, we'll call it right now, that people just heard about. What happened when the Beatles came to America? They already were big over there. But now all of a sudden, they flew on a plane, they landed, there was thousands of them screaming men and women. This is what the past is doing right now. Ashbapharas is building up Dubai. He's going to build up Singapore. He's going to build up all these countries. And then boom, here comes North America. And boom, you're going to see the greatest music come out of a passive off these planes. And yes, there's going to be not thousands of people standing there screaming. There's going to be millions and millions of people. They're not screaming. They're going to say, get me in this. Who talks about this? I see Red. I see Marty. I see Chris, Julie, Peter. I see all these Sherry Nursaway, Terry Thompson, all these people, Pat Parrott doing lives. I got to get to them. These people are going to get me on that ark. That's what it's all about, guys. So get this. Passive is slowly coming into North America. And when it does, what happens when it gets to America? It explodes. But it already exploded once in the UK. It already exploded in Dubai. And he's teaching us this. And I never thought about that until I talked to Robin last night. Boom. Who was it? The Beatles, The Who, all kind of great bands that Americans just love to death. Same thing with a passive, guys. You have not seen the plane land in North America yet, slowly, but eventually that door is going to open. And what's going to walk out there? Maybe he won't have the long hair and stuff like the Beatles did, but a new song, a new dance is coming, and it's going to completely change all your lives and blow you all the way. Marty, Red, that's all I have. The big, the bold, and the beautiful.
I'll be your first groupie, Chris.
Phew. And he had nothing again. Remember that. As soon as he tells us that, we know there's a fire about to happen. Okay, Mr. Mafar, super busy, wasn't able to make it today, but he did relay some messages. Chris said one of them that it's called, not independence, called Independence.
India Republic Day.
India's Republic Day, exactly. Okay, same team. That's why the website. Now, the next website is going to be different. No more founders login. We log in, we all log in. We're all one. We're all going to the same arc, as Chris would say, the same, 2 by 2. I'm just kidding. No, but we all going to the arc the same way. No differentiation, because here's what he said. He said, it's a founding member's responsibility to be engaged and aware, especially if they have been as a member for some time. Agree 100%. If you think of this seriously, as most of us do, all of us do, there would be no question in your mind. You'd be doing this first thing because you're never going to get an opportunity like this. Nobody's ever had an opportunity like this. And if you let it swindle by, I'm sorry, it's your fault. Because so many strangers, all walks of life, high up in government and everyday people are becoming aware of OnPassive. Easily, the founders should be aware. We should know what's going on. You cannot escape us. So it doesn't make sense for a real person not to be aware of this movement unless they are not real. And that's pretty simple. If you're real, you know what's going on. Listen, I met a lot of people with 20/20 vision completely blind. And then there's no reason for it. Everything is out in the open. If you can't believe what you see, then I'm not here to convince you. I never was. I'm not that guy. We show you what's up. You see what I see. You believe or you don't. But stay caught up. Do the right thing. But the phase of OnPassive where mommy founder, daddy founder is done. We got to move into the next phase. Everybody's coming. If I was the customer, I don't want to hear about a founder. I don't want to hear about any of that. I want to be treated as the best. I want to be wined and dined just like any other customer, and that's what OnPassive is going to do. So let me see if I missed anything. No, that's pretty much it. So like I said, the next website will be different. It will be geared towards everyone. It'll be geared towards the world because it is a new phase. I love it. I love hearing it. Once again, take things serious. Do what you can. I've still talked to people. I couldn't make it. You know, my favorite team was on. Okay. I'm done with them. Sorry. I don't go back. I don't think about it because if you can't take it serious, I'm not going to try to talk you into it. Neither is anybody else on this panel. So anyway, thanks everybody for being here. I don't know if Chris has any more. You have more? Oh, Red's definitely got something about a big event coming. And if you can be there, you should be there. Go ahead, Red.
Okay, guys. I know I've been saying on my live for a while now, but we have a big event coming up in the UK. It's a live event, and we are going to be showcasing some of the amazing OnPassive solutions. We got a great lineup for you. It is at the Mercure Manchester Piccadilly Hotel, and it is on Saturday, April the 22nd. And if you are on my channel, I'm going to put the details for it now into that there. It is open, guys, for anybody and everybody. Okay, you don't have to be a founder to come to it. It is for the general public as well. But obviously, we would love as many as you people to come to that event as well. We have got some great speakers from around the globe. Reading between lines here, okay, who are going to be at this event? We are also going to be showcasing O Connect, okay, to the general public and everybody else. So if you want any more details for it, April the 22nd at Manchester Mercure Piccadilly Hotel, reach out to one of the UK founders. They will certainly put you in touch with the right place to go for it. Tickets are going fast. We have a cap on it. Okay, we would love to max it out, and we would love as many of you guys to come to it as possible. We've already got people from United States. We've got people from India. We've got people from Hungary and Amsterdam, Finland, Germany, Ireland, all coming over. So more the merrier. It'd be great to see you. Back to Chris or Marty.
Yep. And I want to say again, and I tell you this in my heart, I have to do this. I'm going to sing happy birthday to Marty DeGarmo because I want to be, and I want to say this. I know he gets mad at me, but I'm going to put Marty up a little higher, even though he doesn't want me to. Marty DeGarmo, when Red said a guru back in the day, you know, guru, friend, best friend, a guy that just wants to help people. I truly want to wish you a happy birthday, and I'm going to sing today, and don't you dare shut off this video. You ready? Happy birthday to you, Marty DeGarmo. Happy birthday to you, Marty DeGarmo. Happy birthday, my Marty, my DeGarmo or DeGumbo. I love you, man. Happy birthday to you. You look so good for 70. Wham! Happy birthday, brother. I'm the first. And blow him up. I'm not even going to tell you not to. Blow him up, blow him up. Let him know how much you care. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm done. Let's leave this room. Yeah.
He's lucky we don't live closer. Anyway, and I'm 71 by the way.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris. Anyway, anybody have anything else before he keeps? Okay. Thank you all for coming, and we'll see you. Anything comes up, we'll let you know. Tomorrow is a holiday in India, obviously, and
Marty's birthday.
anything coming up, we'll let you know. Jackass. All right, bye.